Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for the likes, the comments, and the subscription. Please keep them coming in so we can reach a larger audience. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Today's video will be talking about 5 important things to note before entering into a long-term relationship that can lead to marriage or even marriage. Number 1, we'll talk about intimacy. Intimacy to a larger extent is not just sex. You have to learn to understand the female body, understand that being in a relationship, a long-term relationship, does not generally equate to frequent sex or everyday sex. Yes, there are some good days you can get 2 or 3, right? And then there are some days where you can't get nothing. And sometimes it even takes up to a week. You're getting nothing. So you need to understand how the female hormones, the cycle, and everything concerning the female body, how it works. This will help you understand clearly how to navigate your relationship, in the sense that sometimes even women don't know exactly what their bodies are saying or what they're going through, because generally there is no female expert out there who is very much aware of what is going to happen tomorrow, especially when it comes to the menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle is what generally controls the female body and also can inhibit the sexual libido or the libido, whatever it is called. Make sure you go to doctor's appointment with your significant other, your partner. Go to doctor's appointment with them when they're going for gynecological appointments. Make sure you are there. Google, find out important information about how the female body works. Because sometimes when, of course, stress contributes largely negatively to the woman's body or to the human body. So when it comes to women, it inhibits their hormones and cause all these form of imbalances that can result to obstruction in the functionality of the female body. So if a woman is not, if she's going through hormonal imbalances or imbalance, sometimes she's not aware of what she's going through. So she might not be able to technically communicate exactly what is wrong with her because she's not sure. And sometimes it takes a while for them to really know that they're going through this before they can even realize, oh, technically they're going through it. So you need to understand, make all these things top priority so you do not become the selfish person in your relationship. There's no excuse with, oh, because I'm a man, I'm not a woman. That makes no sense. You, as a person who has decided to venture into a long-term relationship, has taken up that responsibility to care for your partner and for you both to care for each other. So it's very important to understand how the woman's body works, how menstruation works. Very integral. Learn about menstruation, Google it, ask your doctors, and so on and so forth. Because yes, you are not going to be having sex every day of your relationship. And if you want to really enjoy your sexuality or your sexual intimacy with your partner, you need to learn that sex doesn't just happen out of the blue for women. It takes a while. You need to appease that body. You need to care for that body. You need to approach it with care. You need to tease that body. For a guy, he can get sexually aroused in 2 seconds. For women, it doesn't happen like that. So if you are not contributing, you are not understanding, because information is power. If you do not know, you won't know how to help. So get those information, get right with your woman, and get a good result out of your relationships. And the next tip is communication. Communication plays an integral role in every relationship. Communication helps to foster emotional stability, emotional communication, empathy, conflict resolution, and so on and so forth. Knowing how to communicate cuts across just saying or just sitting down there and listening or just talking back. Communication comes with understanding that First things first, you both are in a relationship, so it's not about who wins. It's about us. We're not fighting against each other for there to be a winner because there's no trophy at the end of the day. You both are in a relationship for a specific reason, to make your lives better, for companionship purposes. So the best thing to do is to learn to communicate appropriately, know when to speak, and when you are being spoken to, listen attentively, and also know when to disagree or say I disagree without having to say too much or argue the right way. There is no reason to fight over mere conversations. Communicating the right way will help you to foster your relationship. So learn to speak properly and always with proper mannerisms. Apply courtesy, apply respect and regards. These are many of the key uh, communication skills out there. So you need to learn them because when you learn to communicate properly, you avoid all forms of arguments, all forms of fights. You are able to resolve your problems amicably without having to call a third party or having to, go to bed angry and all of that. So communicate the right way, and this will help your relationship grow because a proper way to communicate enhances trust, transparency, enhances intimacy. Key ingredient enhances intimacy. There is nothing like, I don't talk much, I'm not much of a talker. Say what you mean each time you communicate and mean what you say. Your partner cannot read your mind, they are not magicians. So say what you mean and mean what you say. There are no excuses. Once you get it wrong, you're on your way to the negative side of the relationship because there's just a bunch of I am sorry before it becomes a broken record. So let's get things straight from the get go and learn the proper way to treat others as much as we would like to be treated. So I think that's another key one. Get that. And I hope this enhances your relationship positively. The next tip is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence plays an integral role in every relationship as it impacts your relationship positively. I mean, proper emotional intelligence impacts your relationship positively. This plays a crucial role in helping or in influencing how a person processes their emotions, manages and convey their emotions to the significant others and also to understand the emotions of people around them. In generalization, in summary of this, emotional intelligence helps you to communicate your feelings properly, helps you to communicate properly, enhances your conflict resolution, enhances intimacy, helps to fight off negative influence. Because when you're emotionally intelligent, you will understand when your partner makes a move, you understand that that move is not outrightly there to hurt you. You'll understand that they have thought about the whole situation and you respect that their choice is there to make, not break the relationship. Emotional intelligence helps you to understand how to respond to your partner's emotional cues, how to respond to them, which can also help to influence your intimacy. It is very crucial and very vital in every relationship. This will help to build trust. This will help to build intimacy. And this will also help you to understand the depth of your own emotions so you'll be able to convey it appropriately. Emotional intelligence is very integral. So if you're dealing with a person, understand that this is an integral trait to have before you want to venture into a long-term relationship. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because you cannot be in this direction and they are in that direction. And without proper emotional intelligence, it will be hard for them to grasp what you are on about, what you are saying, your actions, your inactions, because People who don't have proper emotional intelligence just tend to second guess everything. You have to over explain to them. You have to tell them 1,000 times what you mean. They might be saying, I love you, and then they're reading too many meanings to it. So emotional intelligence is an integral trait to have. And if you're emotionally intelligent, you need to understand that before dealing with someone in a long-term relationship or in the long run, you have to vet them properly to be sure they have all of these traits that you need. Because when two good heads come together, they're better than one. So I guess that's your cue. The other tip is having the right mindset. The right mindset, this has nothing to do with religion because some people will only vet people based on their religion. That is not the case. Having the right mindset helps you to cut off all of those unnecessary misunderstandings, and you would understand that this person you're dealing with is on the same page as you. Both of you can easily work together and become a team. Because without the right mindset, it's just like now, someone believes that women should receive nothing at the end of the day, and then you believe otherwise. They don't necessarily have to be feminists to agree that, in a larger extent, women suffer and women should be protected at all costs. But if you have someone who doesn't have the right mindset as you, they technically would not agree with you. So should they be in a position to fight for a woman's right, they will not do it. Should they be in a position to stand up for what is right, they won't do it. So just understand that when it also comes to your children, they will not stand up for them because it doesn't take so much to stand up for what is right. So if you're someone who's an advocate for peace, for humanity, then you're dealing with someone who doesn't care about anything at all. They don't have the mindset that you have. They don't necessarily have to think like you, but having the right mindset causes that form of alignment that can bring about a positive result in your relationship. Understand that the right mindset is more like having wealth, because with that mindset, your children are going to be positively impacted. Without the right mindset, your children will suffer greatly because when you are not there, what are your children going to be learning? What are your words going to be learning? Who will speak for you? Should someone come and accuse you of something, will that person be able to stand up for you and say, yes, I understand that my husband can be this or my boyfriend is that, but I understand what he stands for. So having the right mindset connotes to what you stand for as a person and as an individual. So I think that is one of the most important traits to have as an individual, or one of the most important traits to look out for if you're looking for a long-term relationship or marriage. Okay, so the last tip for today is having a sense of servitude. Having a sense of servitude can be expressed through an act of service where both partners come together to perform tasks easily without being told. When everyone knows their roles, knows how to come through for each other without having to become, the master or the slave. So a sense of servitude should be at the back of the mind of every individual who wants to have a lasting and long-term relationship. Because first things first, even if we put it on the scale of 10 to 12, the role a man plays in a relationship cannot be overemphasized. And so also the role a woman plays. However, no matter what the man does, the woman holds the key to the success of building a home in a relationship. So now, for instance, some people think when they get into relationships because they want to be served, especially the men figure, they want to be served. Some of them want to, and then the women get into a relationship with the sense to serve. So now, your gender does not put you above the other. It doesn't mean because you're a man, you're only there to receive, and the woman is only there to serve. Understand that if you want to get into a serious relationship, you must deal with someone who knows how to serve. They are both coming to serve. You are both coming to serve. No one is the master, no one is the slave. You both are partners and you're a team. Two peas in a pod. That's how it works. Otherwise, there'll be an imbalanced relationship, um, and then there will be unhappiness, which can sprout misunderstandings, arguments, and even complete burnout. Especially because you can think, okay, you are going to the office just to make money and all of that. Of course, the woman still determines what happens in the home. She tends to prepare the home, takes care of the home, and when children comes in, she takes care of all of that. So as a man, you should learn to be of service, because whatsoever it is, the woman brings to the table so much more, creating a family for you, giving you that sense of manhood where you become a father, where you have a family to carry on your name and your lineage. Of course, it serves both ways. However, understand that it is your job to cook. Learn to cook. If you cannot employ a chef, a house assistant, or a steward, you must learn to cook. Clean up after yourself. It is not rocket science. Clean up after yourself. The woman in your life is not there to be your mom. So learn to clean up after yourself. And ladies, please understand that overgiving is a toxic trait. You don't need to overgive to show love. You don't have to give up something to show love. If a man wants you and wants you to give up something just to prove your love to him, he doesn't love you. So understand that the sense of servitude is an act of service where both people come together, and one person is cleaning and the other person is cooking. One person is doing the laundry, the other person is spreading them to dry. One person is ironing, the other person is hanging them in the closet. This is how you come together to form a strong bond, to form a healthy relationship where both of you are smiling at the end of the day. Because let's even get it straight. Men are totally biologically stronger than women, yet it is the women that are made to do all sorts of house chores. If it was so easy, why do you think men always push it and say, oh, it's the woman's job, it's the woman's job, oh, it's her duty? It is not anybody's duty. Cooking, cleaning up after yourself is your fundamental responsibility. It is not the responsibility of your spouse. And don't get me started on the man brings the large amount of money. Anyone can make money. That is not the deal. The money does not get the house running, does not run the home. The money does not go through the mental stress of having to think of how to prepare the home, what meals to eat for this week, or whatsoever we're going to have for Thanksgiving and all of that. The money doesn't do that. So let's get things straight and get our facts right. We need to understand that relationship, once you get with someone, you are not just an individual anymore. Excuse me, both of you come together to form a team, and that team must work together for the greater good, positively for your relationship. So understand this today and get to work. Learn how you can serve. Google, what am I supposed to do in a relationship as a man? Go, like sometimes I wonder, do men really learn? Like sit down and come to terms with themselves. Like, how can I be good in a relationship? How can I make a better partner? How can I do this? How can I do men really do that? Because I see a lot of girls, a lot of women, they do that. They want to serve, they want to do this, they want to do that. Because I mean the whole responsibility becomes so much. So let's get things straight. Understand that as you are vetting that woman, dear lady, please vet that man too. Make sure that man knows how to cook. Make sure he knows how to clean. Make sure it doesn't become a chore for him. It is something he loves to do because he knows it is not your job, but also his job to do it, to clean up after himself. Because when you get comfortable in that relationship and then there's pregnancy and all of that, you do not need an outsider to come and do chores when you have a partner in your home, both of you. So just in case of cases where you are not feeling all right, you have to go to the hospital and things like this, and you are sick, you're in bed, you can't get up, you can't walk, that person needs to take care of you. So there are no excuses. If you must be in a relationship, you must learn to serve. That's my cue to live. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. I hope this has helped you greatly. If it does, please don't forget to leave your thoughts down in the comments and also share this video with your friends and family. Until I come your way next time, my name is Joyce Ahiwa. Oh my goodness, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Joyce Ahiwa. Thank you so much for sticking with me. And please keep the subscription coming so that my video can go to several places around the world and also so I can get monetization quickly, so I can earn some dollars, right? Because this will help me to create more videos and also help me, fill my data and do my researches before I make these videos that comes your way. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye.